The Volvo XC60 is Volvo's mid-size SUV. There is of course the XC40, which is a size down, and above that there is the XC90. But the XC60 still comes with a massive amount of space, but it's what some people say the sweet spot in the XC range, because say you're nipping around town trying to park it, you're not going to struggle because of the size and the features it comes with. But this is also the R Design Pro, so what exactly does that mean on a Volvo XC60? Well, in today's video we're going to be finding out exactly that. My name is Will and you are watching ALX Specialist Cars. So you'll have noticed the Volvo XC60, or this one at least, is a particularly good looking example, and that is helped by the R Design Pro. So the main things for the exterior on this car are it gets the bigger wheels, it gets a panoramic sunroof which is tilt and slide, it opens. It's also an air suspension, obviously you can't see that, but it makes a big difference when you're driving. It's a lot more comfortable. So the wheels are, as I said, upgraded as standard, but what this one has then got is a paid for option which takes it a step further, and they're a more sort of special design of wheel, the diamond cut finish wheels, and as I say, they are a paid for option. So a very, very good looking car, I have to say, and you might have noticed as well, this one seems to have a fuel flap at the front of the car. Why is that? Well, it's not actually a fuel flap. It is of course where you plug in your electric cable, because this is what they call a petrol plug-in hybrid. So you do still go to the petrol station and fill it up with petrol as you would normally, but when you then get home you can plug the car in and you're going to get extra range from the electric. It assists in a few other things as well. We'll talk about that a little in a bit more depth further on in the video, but as I say, you can use both, and if you have no electric available, you've run out of electric, it will still run on just petrol, no problem at all. But nonetheless, let's continue. So the Volvo XC60, as I mentioned, it's Volvo's mid-size SUV, so the space you do get on it is absolutely plentiful. It is a 5-seater and it does have keyless entry to get in and out the car, so as long as you've got the keys in your pocket, which I currently do, you can just walk up to any of the door handles, push open, and it will sweep open. The next thing you'll notice on the interior of this example is the Napa Contour textile seating. This is what some Volvo fans say is the most comfortable seating you can get on a Volvo, and I have to say I can certainly see why. You get leather seats and they are nice, but I'd say this leather is just, it's super soft leather at that, and the rear seats are also heated seats as well, so your passengers get a tremendous amount of comfort. Boot space on a Volvo XC60 is absolutely as you would expect. It's pretty massive if I'm honest, and to open the boot there are 3 methods of opening the boot. So the first 2 are quite obvious. One, you just push the button on there, it sweeps open electronically. Number 2, you can do it on the key, but number 3, you can actually kick your foot under it if you've got, say, a load of shopping in your hands, you don't want to put it down, kick your foot under and it'll sweep on open. Or as I say, you can just do it on the key like so. Inside the boot you'll see, well, it's cavernous if I'm honest. It's obviously space stretching all the way back to the rear seats. You've then got a little more door pockets there with neck guards as well. Obviously it's just got the first aid kit that was supplied with the car in there at the moment, and you can also lift the boot floor up as well. It's got the 3-pin charging socket, so if you don't have a special plug at home, you don't have to, that's okay. But it has also got the home wall socket as well, so it's got 2 different cables, so you can charge it either or way. Closing the boot up is simply the push of a button as we opened it. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you're perhaps wondering about being a driver, and I certainly wouldn't blame you. This car is, well, it's such a very well equipped car, and of course Volvos are the safest cars on the planet, and we would know because we've got an ex-Volvo technician who will be doing any sort of servicing that might be needed on this vehicle. As I say, it's got a full Volvo service history, so you can of course keep it with Volvo or indeed bring it back here. But inside as a driver, the things you get driver memory functionality on the seating, is electrically adjustable seating for the driver, but also for the passenger. And as I say, you do get the 2 memory functions for the driver. You'll have seen on the door card as well, it's got Harman Kardon. The seats are upgraded in the front as well as the rear, and as a place to be, the Volvo is so well equipped. It's got a heated steering wheel, it's got heated seats in the front, it's got heads-up display. The screen in the middle then has Apple CarPlay, it's got Android Auto, it's got a load more features as well. We'll hop inside the car now and take a quick look at a few of them. So getting in the Volvo XC60, by the way, it's a 2021 car covered just over 40,000 miles. But if I were to go start the car up, you just get this little switch here and you spin it to the right. And as you'll have noticed, the car has started, but it's completely silent. And that's because, as I mentioned before, it is the hybrid. So it uses the hybrid technology to start the vehicle and assist in driving it as well. And then the features, you'll see they all light up. So the dashboard is fully digital. It's got your speedometer and your rev counter, of course, but you can actually customize it with the controls on your steering wheel. That does then have adaptive cruise control, normal cruise control as well, and a speed limiter. And the screen you guys get is actually, by the way, the updated screen. So they've sort of rearranged how you do things, but you've got your home screen here, which you get to by pushing the button as you would on the previous generations of Volvo. You've then got an application button there. So if you push that, it links to your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, obviously your Bluetooth settings as well, and then your drive settings are actually on this one there. So if you hit in the bottom right, the little settings button, press driving, and it takes you to all the stuff it's got. So speed limiter, cruise control, lane keeping aid, steering feel firm, the air suspension as I mentioned, it's air suspension control for easy entry and exit, so it'll actually lower a little when you get in and out of the car, which is pretty cool, I've got to say. The heated steering wheel, the heated seats are on there, and you can of course adjust them to your desired temperature. The next thing that's changed ever so slightly is you now get a wireless charging pad on here as well, twin cup holders in here, and there is more storage under the armrest with 2 more USB-C charging ports, and as I say, a little more storage for your phone. So it's a very spacious car. You've got more space in the door bins for, say, your water bottle, whatever it may be. And the pan roof design has also changed, or should I say the way you open it, and that's because you actually almost sort of swipe it. You used to get a button you push, but on this one, as long as your finger's in the middle, you then go forward with it and it sort of sweeps closed just like that. And then you sweep it once more, it goes from tilt to fully closed, and once more again, and that'll do the electronic privacy blind, which as you'll see will sweep and it'll be a fully blackout look for the XC60. So very, very cool, well-equipped car. As I mentioned, just over 40,000 miles with that full Volvo service history. And as I say, the R-Design Pro features continue into the inside with things like the memory functionality and a few of the other bits we've spoken about as well. That is the Volvo XC60, a very good looking car, but also one that's packed with features. And don't forget, Volvos are the safest cars on the planet. If you would like any more information on this car, or you've got any model specific questions, such as the R-Design Pro you feel I haven't covered, then please do ask us, because we are very well versed in these cars. As I say, we've got an ex-Volvo mechanic who's now working for us full time, along with the other ones as well. We've then got ex-Volvo staff in the showroom as well. So as I say, there probably isn't much we don't know about these cars. So please do get in touch if you'd like to come view it, drive it, or as I mentioned, if you've just got any general questions. My name is Will, I'll be more than happy to help, or any of the team will be for that matter. Thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.